If you want me to read it, I certainly will. Um, this is what it looks like whenever I'm going to sleep. All the lights turned off, it's pretty dark in here. So, yeah, if you want me to read it, I certainly will. I think it would give me a lot of good practice to read things aloud because I'm such a slow reader, silently even, that I stumble with my words. I'm starting to somewhat mumble words. If you listen very closely, some days you'll hear that I have a different accent, actually, than I normally do. And I didn't even realize that until I started listening to some of the audio that I took of my own voice. And I said to myself, what kind of an accent is that? Right? Some days I sound like I'm from Brooklyn. The next day I sound like I'm from, uh, wherever that place is, Canada. It sounds like I'm from Canada, eh? It's like, what? What is it? So, there is that. I do have a problem with my nervous system. We're just discovering that. I do have neuropathy in both my hands and my feet, which is fascinating to me. So, um, there is that. And it's pretty interesting how we're just now figuring this out, especially since I had the stovetop incident. I don't think I ever told you guys about it, but I think I'll mention it just right quick. So I was cooking on I wasn't even cooking on the stove, I was cleaning the stove. And I had to lean over to grab something, and so I put my hand on the stovetop, right? I thought it was off. Like, no lights were on, there was no indication. I didn't feel the heat coming off of the thing. I put my right hand directly onto the burner, and there was a pain delay. So I didn't sense that my hand was burning. I smelled something burning, and then I was like, what is that? I look at it, and that's whenever I had the reaction of, oh my god, pain, right? So that's whenever I figured out that something was wrong. And I didn't even go to a hospital. I just put it in some ice and said, it don't hurt. What are you talking about? It's fine. Wrap it on up. Take some pills. Get over it. The next morning, my mom forced me to go to a hospital because the blisters, there was actually patches of skin missing from my hand. So it was pretty severely burned. It didn't need any surgery or anything, luckily enough, but it was a pretty substantial burn anyway, and anybody knows burning hurts. So there is that happened, but I didn't realize I had neuropathy in my hands, nor in my feet, until my neurologist told me that in my last visit with her. And I was like, oh, well, that would explain a few things, why I walk funny and why I drop things with my hands, losing sensation. It would make sense. So there is that. By the way, Vicky, I'm a night owl as well. I stay up all night sometimes. And it's pretty crazy. I can't sleep. I have trouble sleeping myself, so I'm totally in the same boat as you. Don't worry about grammar. I don't grammar do well. Get it? I do not grammar do well is what? So there is that. So I'm laying down, just kind of relaxing, and decided, hey, I'm going to close the video soon. I just wanted to add that, and thank you guys for viewing my things. I do appreciate it. You guys are awesome 100%. I'm going to keep up the momentum. I don't know what's wrong with me, but we're going to figure that out. And when we do, I'm going to make sure you guys are there for the journey because, it's been one wild ride already. These 2 years have been the hardest for me. And to overcome the obstacles that I've had to deal with in the past 2 years that I've never thought I had to, face, it's pretty awesome. It's like a humbling feeling when you don't have the control and yet you're willing to continue to try anyway. So sometimes I feel like it is hopeless. Other times I feel like I'll do it, we'll succeed. And sometimes I get some feedback